Hi, dear students. Let us all continue today with the grammar class. So, in the previous grammar class, we were discussing verbs, that is, modals, and we have seen what do you mean by a modal, or the various most commonly used modal, and also their uses. Some of their uses we have discussed. So today let us continue the same class and let us discuss some more modals and their uses. Alright. So the next modal is the word may. Now, in order to use may, there are certain points which you need to take note of. May is used to express possibility. Okay. For example, it may rain tomorrow. That's the first uses, to express possibility. The next uses of may is that to express permission. May I come in, madam? The third uses of may to express wish or faith and even hope. Say, for example, may he win a scholarship. A hope, a wish. And the last use of may as modal is to express a purpose. Like, work hard so that you may pass. So a purpose. Okay? That why are you working hard? So that you may pass. Now the next modal is might. And we know if we need to make the negative of might, what you need to do? Might not, right? So let us see its uses now. Might is used to express less possibility. Example, it might rain, but we are not sure. Next, it is also used to express permission, as in the case of may we have discussed. So even here, might I start the discussion? Next use of might is to express guess. That might be the driver. You're not sure, you're just making a guess. The next modal is can, and which can be also in the negative form. We can say can't or cannot. Now can is also used to express permission. Like, can I go there? It is also used to express ability or capacity. Say, he can teach you how to speak English. And the third uses of can is to express possibility. That is, anyone can make mistakes. The next modal is could. And what is the negative form of could? Could not or couldn't. Now could is used to express ability or even capacity, but in the past. Okay, it is in the past. For example, he could swim well at the age of 10. So an ability and capacity, but in the past. Next uses of could is to express a polite request. Could you pass on the jug, please? A polite way. And the third uses of could is to express possibility, but remember, under certain condition. Say, for example, if we had money, we could buy a car. So see, there is a condition given, if we had money. Now the next modal, which is very often used, is must. Now must is used to express obligation or duty. Example, you must pay by the 10th of this month. An obligation. Or if I give an example of duty, then soldiers must obey the orders of their officers. The next uses of must is to express necessity, compulsion or prohibition. For example, I must go now, or you must not wear jeans at work, right? Prohibition, you must not wear. That means it is not allowed to wear jeans at work, prohibited. Next uses is to express emphatic advice or determination. Say, you must see a doctor at once. Okay, this is one example. And the next use of must is to express assumption, conclusion, inference, certainty, strong probability. Say, for example, you have worked a lot, you must be tired. Or another example, say, he must have reached by now. Now, one thing, when you use must, okay, and in the form of a model, do not use it in its negative form, especially or interrogative form. Okay, in fact, you can, in place of must, you can use the word instead. All right. The next model is have to. Now, have to has got very limited uses. The first is in the sense of must, where it means must, you can use the word have to. For example, say, sorry, I have to go now, which actually means that sorry, I must go now. Okay. See, must is one such word which is mainly used to talk about the speaker, that what the speaker or what the listener wants. And have to, this is used to talk about rules or law, or at times other people's wishes. Now, another uses of have to is like to give advice or to recommend something. Say, example, like you simply have to have a break. Or even another, say, you have to try the new pickle, right? So it's a kind of like you're giving an advice, or you are just recommending, right? You have to try the new pickle, it's not sour. Now, next model is need. Now, need is used mainly to show the absence of necessity or compulsion, okay, especially in the negative and interrogative. Say, example, you did not pay the bill, or in fact, need I speak to him? So you need not, negative. Need I speak to him? Interrogative. In fact, the past tense of this model need is need to. Need not have is the negative, and need have is an interrogative. Now I'll give an example. You need not have wasted your time in this useless activity. So you can say you didn't have, so another example, that's in negative, you did not have wasted your time. Now if I give you an example of interrogative question, need I have to see my doctor? Need I? Asking question. The next model which is very often used is ought, O-U-G-H-T. Now this is used to express the subject or obligation or even duty. Say, example like you ought to attend the class regularly, or even another example, we ought not to deceive anyone. In fact, see here in this case, there is not any external authority in the model ought, like we have seen in the model must. Because must, what does must do is that must expresses the speaker's authority. In fact, must compels actions on the part of the subject, but whereas ought expresses duty or inner conscience, a kind of a sensible action or advice. Now, advice, as I told you, advice, so ought also can be used to give advice. For example, she ought to consult her doctor. You ought to practice for more than 2 hours. So it's, see here, it's not as forceful as like the word must. In comparison to must, ought is less forceful. Okay. Now the next model is dare. Dare basically, what does it mean? It means to have courage, correct? So it is generally used in the negative and interrogative forms. Say, I'll tell you, like, how dare you disobey your parents? So it's an interrogative, you're asking a question. Or say in a negative form, I dare not agree with my father. Alright? So there, remember, it's generally used in the negative and interrogative forms. Now the last commonly used model is used to. Used to. Now this we use, the word used to is used to express past habit, because used, U-S-E-D. The very first use is past habit. Example, I used to fly kites when I was young. That means now no more, right? When I was young, in the past. So another example, I used to go for a morning walk, which means I don't go now. I used to. Next is to express the existence of something, but again, remember, in the past. Say example, there used to be a restaurant here 10 years ago. Or there used to be a garden at this place long ago. Now, this, even though the word used to, used, past, but it can be also used in present. For example, I am not used to doing this. So I am not. Here you're talking in present tense. You're in present form. Even though you're using the word used. I am not used to doing. See the word doing. Okay? It is talking about the present. I am not used to doing this. So with this, we come to the end of this most commonly used models, this chapter. Alright? These are all mentioned in your text, whatever I have described you just now. Read the text. Go through the text thoroughly. In case you face any challenges or difficulties, do let me know. Study well.